Hi, Ebony's, and welcome to the Ebony Collective. So let's get right into it. The woman you're becoming is going to be worth the work. Trust me. The woman you're becoming is going to be worth the work. So I know for you to have clicked onto this video, you are in the progress of glowing up. You are on your journey to level yourself up, to glow up, to become the best version of yourself. And I can tell you that version of you, that woman that you are becoming, is so going to be worth it. But before you get there, you have to unlearn yourself. So you're going to have to unlearn who you was before, because obviously that version of you before has served you a purpose. It served you, you've had positive things from it and probably some negative things from it. And that's why you're here. So that version of you, you have to unlearn her. You have to take out the old traits, the old habits, the old characteristics that didn't serve you too well. And you're going to have to unlearn that. And trust me, that can be so difficult, because I know for a lot of you, you're walking in a time where you're so used to doing certain things. You might be used to attracting certain relationships. You might be used to attracting certain men. But at the same time, you know that those people are not right for you. You know those men, for example, are not good for you. They're not right for you. So what do you have to do? Well, on your journey to glowing up, on your journey to becoming the best version of yourself, you are going to have to unlearn that version of you prior to who you are now. Right now, you are in that middle ground. You are in that middle ground where you're going to be purging some of those thoughts, some of those feelings, some of those habits, some of those characteristics that you used to have. So the things that you were so used to doing before, you're going to have to unlearn that. And that even comes down to attraction. So for many women that I've met, I'm in my 30s now, but many women that I've met in my 20s, I just saw that we all just had like a similar type. So whatever our type was, we stuck to that type. We just ended up attracting the same guy in a different body. So that just meant that there was probably something about us which we didn't realize or recognize at the time, but there was something about us that kept attracting those type of men. And even in friendships, ladies, friendships can be so similar to relationships in the fact that you tend to attract the same type of friends, which is why a lot of women have a friendship group where most people are all practically, I would say, on the same level. You're on the same wavelength. You probably all got similar interests and similar likes. And the things that you dislike tend to be quite small, quite minimal. But then on your journey to leveling up and to glowing up, on your journey to becoming that woman at her highest level, you're going to have to even, and this could have an impact or take effect on your friendships, ladies. This could have an impact, because I know for myself on my journey of glowing up, it made me look at friendships in a different way, where I started to find things in my friendships that I realized this is not a quality friendship. This is not a friendship that I feel that I can have in my life long term, because if anything, it was just bringing me down. There were times where I was doubting myself, left with insecurities based off of a so-called, in quotations, friend, and what a friend has said to me, or their opinions, and just giving too much weight to somebody else because I didn't know myself. I wasn't strong in myself. I wasn't set in myself to the point where I was so self-assured that I just knew that no matter what, those doubts, those fears are very, very, very small. So now I'm even in that process where as a Black woman, as an ebony woman, I want to step into a version of me that is self-assured, someone who is confident inside and out, and that means that I have to declutter away friendships. I've had to declutter away relationships with people who I, really at some point in time really, really liked. Not going to go as far to say loved, but definitely liked. So there's going to be a version of you that is going to pop out, and the self-doubt and the fears and the worries, they're going to come out. They're going to come to the surface. And then those moments in time is so crucial, because those are the moments where you could definitely step back into your old version of yourself. But you have to remind yourself of the reason why you've reached this point. The reason why you've got to this level of wanting to glow up and wanting to level up is because you know that that old version of you no longer serves you. That old version of you is not valid in your life anymore. It doesn't have a purpose in your life anymore. And you know within yourself that the things that you want to achieve, the things that you want to do in life requires a different version of yourself, a very, very high, powerful version of yourself. So never ever look back. If anything, I say don't look back in terms of trying to go back in time. I say look at the things that happened in the past, identify it and recognize it that it has happened in the past. There's nothing that you can do to change it, but you definitely are in power of your new story, of your future self, of your future story. You can be very intentional with your thoughts. You can be very intentional with how you want to live your life now, because that is what you still have power over. Remind yourself, Ebony's, that nobody has power over yourself as much as you do. Don't let anybody take your power away from you. Don't let people try to put you down and make you feel small or insecure or insignificant, because you matter. You are worthy, you are deserving. And that's where the power of your mind is going to come up significantly in your level up, in your glow up. A lot of this is around your mindset. And your mindset not necessarily has to be 100% all day, every day. You know, you can't, I know that it's difficult when you're going through a shift to go from someone who might have been telling yourself negative things, negative stories about yourself, you know, the chatter in your mind is quite negative, to then suddenly becoming somebody who's ultra positive and able to maintain that 24/7. That is difficult, and I do understand that. But this now is about you stepping into a zone where you recognize how powerful your thoughts are and how much power your thoughts have over you, to the point where they literally control how you are, who you interact with, how you are with other people. You know, self-talk is really important. How you talk to yourself, and we all do it. We have thousands and thousands and thousands of thoughts running through our mind each and every single day. And those thoughts are really, really important to have under control. So the moment that you feel like you're going back into negative self-talk, you have to switch yourself out of it. Tell yourself something positive, or even say positive affirmations, which I stand by affirmations, to start retraining your mind and retraining your thoughts to become that woman, to become that version of yourself. And it is going to feel uncomfortable at the beginning, but you have to trust the process. And it doesn't take long to shift yourself from one mindset to the other. You know, people can do this in less than 30 days. I would say give yourself at least 30 days, but be intentional with your thoughts. Remind yourself that you have power to control your thoughts. And other people, and this is the thing, Ebony's, people are going to they're going to see this glow up. They're going to see a shift in your energy, and they are going to try to take that away from you. They are going to try and bring you back down to the level that makes them feel comfortable. But remind yourself that you are not in this. You're not becoming the woman that you desire to be, to please other people and to make them feel comfortable. You're stepping into a new zone to make yourself glow, to make yourself shine, to step into that version of yourself that has always been within you, that you've just kept hidden away from the world. So now we're stepping into a version that is going to be so worth it, because now you can step into that confident woman who is the true version of herself. The true version of you can come out, can step out. You know, nothing can dampen your shine. One of my affirmations that I love to say when I'm going through that mode of negative self-talk, I say to myself, nothing and no one can stop my shine. Nothing and no one can stop my shine. And I say that to myself, even just for a few times, 4 times, done, get on with my day. Or if I'm really needing to shift, like I can say that affirmation as many times as I feel comfortable, where I feel like, okay, it's resonated and I've come out of that negative thinking and those negative states. Because to be honest, I am not here to make other people feel comfortable, and you should not either. And one thing I've noticed about men and women is that for some reason, they feel comfortable when somebody else when your life is pretty much in the gutter, or you're going through a bad time or a rough time, or things are just happening one thing after the other that's quite negative, I've noticed that people tend to, some people, I should say, not everyone, but you will be around people in your circle will actually like you being in that situation. They're not helping you, they're not advising you. Even if they are, sometimes it's not even real, it's just fake because they feel like they have to do it. We're stepping out of that. We're giving ourselves the power. We're giving our self-talk to ourselves, positive self-talk. Reminding yourself of the woman that you want to be, reminding yourself that you're actually that woman right now. Remind yourself day in, day out that yes, nothing and no one can stop your shine. You are worthy and deserving of a great life. Yes, you are. And reminding yourself of that. And before you know it, you will start to feel those affirmations that you're saying. They will start to resonate with you. They will start to penetrate your mind to the point where even unconsciously, you will start to act like your affirmations. And that's the reason why so many people act like their negative self-talk. So for example, if you say to yourself over and over and over that I feel tired today, or I'm tired, or oh, I feel depressed, what do you think is going to happen, Ebony's? You are going to feel depressed. You are going to feel tired because your mind and your self-talk has said that to yourself over and over and over again. So it's about catching those negative thoughts and catching it in that moment where you turn it around and you say, actually, no, I am worthy and deserving of a great life. I am thriving. I am shining. I am doing great things today. Like, think of affirmations that really resonate with you. And I know that for some people that can be difficult. And like I said before, this is not an easy journey, but it is so worth it. And once you get to that point where you now feel like your affirmations, there'll be no stopping you. Floods of ideas will come to you. Things that you've not done before will suddenly come to you. It opens up your creative mind. You start doing things that you haven't done before because you've been living too comfortably. Trust me, we all do it. We all get to a point, especially when it comes to age, because I would say in my 20s, especially your early 20s, is when I was the most fearless. But as time goes on and age comes in and you become a bit more wiser to things and knowledgeable about things and people, your fears set in. And a lot of this is around fear. But once you start turning your thoughts around, self-talk is key. Talking to yourself in a positive way, giving yourself love every single day, whether it's just through 4 affirmations a day or whether it's 100 affirmations throughout the day, making sure that first and foremost, before you want someone else to love you, that you start to embody the feeling of loving yourself. And even if that makes people feel uncomfortable, it doesn't matter. You're not there to make people feel comfortable. You're not there to live small. You're not there to just get up and get by each and every single day, and then the next day is the exact same thing. No, you're there to live your life to the fullest. And that means that you have to step into that version of you. You have to let her grow. You have to keep watering that version of you. Keep the self-talk going. Keep embodying that version of you that is there. And like I said, it's not going to take long, ladies. Ebony's, this can be done in 30 days. Sometimes even less for some people. It won't be comfortable, but it will be worth it. So don't worry about that uncomfortable feeling. That uncomfortable feeling is there to keep you stuck, but let's unstuck you. Let's get you moving to that next level of your life. And if you need help with that, like I said, with affirmations, sometimes people aren't good with coming up with affirmations. So please check out my affirmations that I've created specifically for women who want to step into their best version, who want to be their best self. So I've got 100 Goddess Unlocked affirmations that you can check out, only $10 at the moment, that you can check out, and you can start reading and speaking to yourself using my affirmations that I have created for my Ebonies.